Hi, so we're on site at UKREiiF. We've been on site since probably last Saturday, I think it might be. So there's been a lot going on over the past week, but we're more or less there now with the site build. So thought I'd do a little video just to show you what to expect when you get here for those who haven't been before, where to go, and for those of you that did come last year, just show you a little bit of some of the new stuff that's been introduced. So this is sort of where you come down. There's a water taxi that will take you down to the main venue, down at the bottom area if you so wish, but it's a nice little walk from the train station. In the background somewhere over there is UKREiiF's office. So UKREiiF are one of our partners who are doing a number of fringe events over in the corner. Down to sort of the beautiful dock area, which is where we're hosting UKREiiF. So obviously this is where the water taxi will bring those down. So when you get to the train station, if you're arriving by train, I think there's about 60% or so of the delegates coming by train. There will be people on site which kind of direct you into the best ways to come down to the venue. So obviously there's 7,000 people attending, so walking might be a good option if the sun's out, but if not, we've got the water taxi. We're also going to have some shuttle buses that can take you down to the venue. And one of the things we've got down here is a UKREiiF canal boat, believe it or not, which I'll show you in a minute. So this year there's going to be a bit more sort of security across the site. When I say security, there's photo ID to get into the site. So some of those checks will take place here. So sort of you need a ticket to be able to get any further along this track. So down here we've got the Scottish Cities Alliance and UKREiiF boat. We go. So the Scottish Cities Alliance is more or less all of the cities within Scotland coming down to meet investors, developers, showcase their opportunities. This is their sort of private meeting space that they're going to be able to bring people onto the boat, have some chats. So we had the Thames Estuary Gateway, who had that last Thames Estuary, are going to have the cafe behind me. So that's going to be called the Freeport Bar. So it's the Thames Estuary Growth Board and the Tees Valley Combined Authority who've both put together. They're going to have a number of events here, starting with a morning breakfast on Tuesday. I think it kicks off at 8 o'clock. So obviously want to go to around. There we go. So again, you won't be able to access these areas without tickets. So this is going to be the Manchester and London Canary Bar this year. So that's going to be taken over for the full 3 days by them. They're going to be doing a number of activities. London are announcing and revealing their new infrastructure framework on the Wednesday. And then over on this side, this is where a lot of the F&B, food and beverage, is going to be. There's going to be pop-up food and beverage stalls down here. So again, you'll know this from last year. There was a bit of music playing down here. There's the F&B kind of areas where everyone heads for food and drink. We have got more this year back on the main site. But here we go, that's going to be the Canary Bar from London and Manchester. So we've got Channel 4 are based over here. They do a TV show, Steph's Brunch or Lunch, I think it's called. Got Sky down at the bottom. Sky are going to be on site with the Ian King show, doing a few interviews, and we've got a few other areas down this side as well. We've even got paddle boarding, which I believe some of our delegates are going to be taking part in. So okay, so right, we're just going to head back over the bridge. So once again, version from last year, slight change. So we're now going to have a bit more security. So you'll need sort of tickets through these bits into the main pavilion square, which is pretty big this year. We've got a lot more space taken, a lot more sponsors being involved. We'll head over there. So this year, the first one we're going to come to is going to be the EDI and Youth Pavilion, which is sort of 50-50. We're going to do 50% of the content. The other 50% is being done by Mott MacDonald. And activity kickstarts in there at 8:30 on Tuesday morning. And the first thing, I think it's young entrepreneurs in property are doing kind of an in conversation with style talk with Tom Reardon. That's the EDI and Youth Pavilion that we've got there. Then over on this area, we've got a number of other pavilions. And there's loads of them, to be fair. Let me just quickly nip in and show you. So we've got Harworth, the Regeneration Pavilion. Faithful and Gould and Atkins are back with a Sustainable Futures Pavilion. Got JLL, same place as last year. Got the Beyond Net Zero Pavilion, so this is the UK Business Council for Sustainable Development, Bradford Council, a number of their partners, which you can see across there. I'm almost missing the West Yorkshire Pavilion, another new one this year. Pagabo, Loop, the 55 group are back with theirs. Another new one, the Western Gateway. The Western Gateway covering areas like Bristol, Cardiff, Swansea, Newport, creating an economic corridor. And then obviously the UK Government House is back once again, so that's a hub. The Department for Business and Trade, but this year we've also got the Department for Levelling Up, who are going to be housed in there. They've got about 100 or so of their team coming in total from government, and then we've got some sort of meeting spaces out here as well that some of our... It doesn't stop there, obviously, just continues. So this area here, so this is a Holiday Inn. That's the cloak room, so you could take your bags there. But I would also say that's a good place to kind of congregate, have a drink, have a coffee on a morning. Okay, then we're just going to make our way over to the pavilion zone. So again, a fair few changes from last year with this. Last year we had a couple of companies over here, but we've got a little bit more. The Pagabo Feel Good Games is taking place on the Monday this year, so take a look at that. See the good work that they're doing. They raised tens of thousands for charity at last year's Feel Good Games. So here is a pavilion, the pavilion zone. Again, another decent place to just sort of chill out when the sun's out. We've got the Moder and Caddick Pavilion. We've got the Lloyds Bank Pavilion. Again, a new partner for this year, Lloyds Bank. We've got activity in there from the Housing Growth Partnership as well. We've got the Rethinking Places Pavilion. So these two here are ones that we're partnering with different content on different days. So the Industry and Focus Pavilion, lots of different conversations and topics in those. It's not just one certain focus. We've got the Invest Newcastle Pavilion as well down here, which is fantastic. Love this area. And then we've got another on the end, which is our Tilt Yard stage. So absolutely loads of stuff over here. And due to the amount of content, this area should be pretty packed out as well. So definitely somewhere to congregate to. I will try. We're only on Sunday, so there's a fair bit just to build out still in some of these places. But let me have a look if we can sneak in one or two of them. That's if we're open. We are indeed. So we've got Lloyds Bank Pavilion. Just switch that camera around. Hey, that's a decent setup, isn't it? There we go, the Lloyds Bank Pavilion. Then let's head next door. Emma and the team at Moder and Caddick always do a good job. Last year's was probably the standout, although it looks like it's being very much built at the moment. But here we are, cheeky little inside look. They always do a good job. There we go, loving that. Okay, right, what are we? 8 minutes in, and we're still going, still more to see. Okay, so we'll come out of the pavilion zone. I'll just show you down this street. At the moment, you can't really tell what's happening down here, but to our left-hand side, so usually sort of cars can come back and forth. Again, kind of making it a little bit more secure, so you won't be able to get tickets. You need tickets to kind of come further than the car park down on the end. And this area is going to be used for more food and beverage space. So we've got a lot more sort of pop-ups. Come down, have a sit outside with a coffee. Hopefully the sun remains as it is now. So another cheeky look at the Holiday Inn there. And then where we'll go now is, so if you don't do early registration on the Monday at the Queen's Hotel, the best place to come to is going to be the registration area on Monday, on Tuesday, should I say. I think it opens at about 7:30. Here we go. So this is very much in setup mode at the moment, so bear with us. So this is going to be where we're collecting our tickets. We've got speakers so they can get in quick, get onto stage. We've got the help desk should you need it. So this is very much different to last year for those that were here. And then cheeky little look, we come in on CoStar and loop that as the first ones here. We've got Eon, who are back in the same space as they were last year, which is great to see. Who else have we got down here? The Land Trust. We've got HR Technology and Barco. Our friends at UKREiiF. Staffordshire, Glasgow, Bywater's located. We're not going to be able to get everywhere, but South Yorkshire's going up. There's some events on, I think it might be Tuesday, so the Mayor of South Yorkshire, Oliver Coppard, will be coming down and doing some activity in that sort of area. I almost missed the University College of State Management there. Do you know what, I'll cheekily go down this corner as well and see what else we can see in the build that's happening. So a lot of this will start being kitted out over the coming hours into tomorrow. So that's Legal & General that we've got there. Node, that's a lovely little space. Schneider Electric, got County Durham, can't forget our Belfast. BT and EE. So doing a lot in the BTR and PRS space as well. We got Carter Jonas, got the West London partnership there, Capital West London. Got Cornwall down in the bottom. We've got Coventry, View City. Sorry, I said Coventry then, it's definitely Wolverhampton, isn't it? Because Coventry's here. Coventry in Warwickshire. Basingstoke, and actually we've got Wolverhampton, we've got Coventry, Warwickshire, we've got Birmingham as well, so that's the West Midlands pretty close together. And there is more hidden away. Blacklear and Rush. Let's make sure that we get a little shout out for Oldham as well. Oldham, there is more to come, but I think it's just all being built out. Tall bays, ready to go up. Who have we got in the corner? We've got GDF, got South and East Lincolnshire Partnership, got Fuse. There we go. So lots happening, lots happening. I'm going to have missed someone out and I'll get shouted at here. Heart of the South West, got quite a bit of activity happening. And you know what, I did nearly miss out, John Sisk there. Got Brown Jacobson and a team. Great law firm, you've got Connected Curb, SSE. So yeah, still some to build as if yours isn't up yet, and it's very much a white wall like this one. Right, so let me just head out for these because I haven't. Regenerate Kojima have been really good supporters of UKREiiF from the beginning. We've got Sense Projects and Urban Intelligence. We've got Invest in Hull. Huge number of different companies involved there from all across the UK. So what I'm going to do is head back out because, believe it or not, 30 minutes in, we're not everywhere yet. We've got more to come. More to come. Team are, you're on camera, so smile. The team are making up the little programme area. So this is going to be not only a programme, but Estates Gazette, the MJ Property Week, they're going to have their publications up and running. The Pizza Express, so a number of companies have got meeting spaces, so they've effectively secured this area, and they're going to have a meeting space for the week. Lovely little idea. Okay, let's go up the boulevard. So the boulevard, again, we're going to have at some point here, this is where it'll be ticketed off, so you'll need to have a ticket to get beyond this location and into the main area. But we do up here have a fair bit of different stuff. We've got Vestinct and the Air Park project. So Vestinct are transforming what we call it Air Park. It's the old Tetley site down in the south bank of Leeds. They're creating what I think might be the biggest new sort of city centre park in the UK. So this is where, up at the top, is where the taxi if you're getting a taxi down, would drop you off. But we do encourage the kind of the transit routes that we've put on, the water taxi, the transit bus. One of the places to definitely give a shout out for, apart from Vestinct, who are continuously promoted all the way across here, is Department over here. So a number of fringe events are going to be taking place at Department, and this is a wonderful little area that's been developed up. Again, tickets are needed for the activity that's going on within Department. We've got a few private events going on. I won't go in and annoy them, but hopefully you can see through the window how cool it looks in there. But they've got a number of private spaces as well. And then we've also got another sponsor of ours who's based Stantec. So their offices are here. And I think it might be the Tuesday evening. They've got a reception on. It might be sold out, but double check on the website. They've got a drinks reception on pre-awards, so we've got a big ceremony happening up at Millennium Square. I think they've got some drinks and nibbles to kind of meet some of the award nominations before the event actually takes off in Millennium Square. Again, so we've got a few places down here. I think one of our companies, it might be, I can't find the coffee shop, it might be this one here. You can get a free coffee on the mornings. Yes, that's the one, North Star Coffee. Take a look on the website. I think you might be able to get a cheeky morning coffee from there. That might be from Stantec as well. Okay, so next we're going to go down to the Royal Armouries. So the Royal Armouries is where a lot of the stage on sort of inside stage content will be taking place. Last year, again, we didn't have exclusivity. This year we do, so the whole site, not just the Royal Armouries. Obviously you can only get in with your tickets. Big screen going up which will highlight some of the activity set to happen during the day. So if you've not got your physical program in front of you, you know where to go. And here we are. Let's enter away. Okay, so on entry there's going to be over here to the left hand side when you walk in. That is the Thames Estuary Growth Board and Tees Valley Combined Authority have taken it. Rachel Reeves on the Thursday, the Shadow Chancellor, is going to be doing a drinks reception in there with a few others from Parliament. But here, this is the Churchill Suite. So this is sponsored by the Phoenix Group. So this is effectively for them to host meetings as they wish to. And then out here is, believe it or not, a secondary exhibition space. So last year this was a main stage, but actually the demand for exhibiting was a bit too high. So who have we got? We've got Switch 2. Do you know what? I'll give you a quick look at them. So modelers, we've got ourselves and a cheeky little, let's move that away, the US expansion, which we've had quite a fair bit of interest about actually from the US. We've got Lancashire 2050. We've got Blackpool, we all know where that is, don't we? Zest have been in the news quite a bit recently from an EV perspective. We've got One Public Estate, the Office of Government Property. As I was saying, the UK government have got a bit of space outside as well, so that is probably going to be a pretty big hub. This is going to be the press area right here. We've got quite a lot of press coming, and since we had this done, we've had quite a lot more. But here's a little look at some of the companies that are attending. We've got a little podcast booth that's taking place in here with a few bits planned. We have EG, States Gazette, with their partners. They've got a little podcast studio there as well. Podcasts are all in vogue. I should probably call that, if I've called out a States Gazette or EG, we've got Property Week here as well. It's just not up yet. Blow Up Media, parcel pending by Quadrant, Donard Real Estate. This is that bit that I need to make sure that I've got everyone so I don't get shouted at. Hertfordshire Partnerships, that's Watford, Hemel, Stevenage. So it's Decorum, I think, is the official, but we all know Hemel. UKREiF, Cumberland. So Cumberland are the new kind of local authority, patching up where Carlisle and the likes used to be. They've all come together. Nice little partnership of a number of companies here. We've done Blackpool, we've done there. I can't get that way. I mentioned them earlier. The Housing Growth Partnerships, they've got drinks reception, I think it's a private event, but in the Lloyds Bank Pavilion, as they kind of aligned with them. So good investor if you're looking, if you're a developer, local authority looking for funding. Envo Energy. So yeah, sorry to those that aren't yet put up. Cheshire and Warrington going up as we speak. Okay, so that's job done there. And then we move the next areas. So we've got the Bury Theatre. So the Bury Theatre is our main stage, or the largest of our stages. Oh, I could have got through from the exhibition hall, couldn't I? So here we are. So that's the main stage, effectively being built as we speak. So we've got people down at the bottom. Got our tech team if they want to give us a wave. Yes, there we go. There we go. So we've got seating up at the top as well as down at the bottom. So that's lower floor, Bury Theatre. On the lower floor as well, what we've got is what we call a Hall of Steel. So this is where some of the fringe events will be taking place as well. So we've got a Argent related, I've got an event here with Rory Stewart and Alistair Campbell. So there'll be a bit of a blockade. Coming down here is where some of these fringe events will take place. Yeah, look at that, beautiful, isn't it? The Hall of Steel. So RLB, sort of young professionals event taking place here as well. So we've got, that's my bad videography skills there. We've got lifts on both sides to take you up, but we don't need them, we're only off to level 1. So you're gonna have to follow me all the way up the stairs. And when you come up the first lot of stairs, you're greeted with the Wellington Suite. So Wellington Suite is a stage where a number of partners have taken different sort of content out on, different content every hour. It's had a bit of a retrofit since last year, beautiful little venue. Seating will be laid out different to this for those getting worried who are running content. And then let me quickly take you to the next set of rooms in this building. Now I'm anxiously looking for the next set of stairs, which I can't see. Up here we've got 2 rooms. We've got the education room. So this is kind of a set of round table, or a setup for a round table discussion. But we're going to have a live audience who can listen in to those round table discussions, ask questions should they wish, get involved if they wish. And then on this floor as well, we have what we're calling a quiet zone. So dimmed lighting, mixture of seating. So this is primarily what we're calling a neurodiversity quiet room. Also those who just need to, we've got quite a few who've kind of raised accessibility wise. They might need to lay down for a period of time or to take a rest. So this is where we're going for that. So once again, that's where the Thames are going to be having their activity. Right, and then let's go up another level. If I can figure out where the upstairs are. I will go lift. seems to be my best option here. So, lots happening as you can tell so far, and we keep going to the next floor. So the next floor, level 2. So you'll be able to see where we started my little video. Put the camera around. So it's a little view across the beautiful city of Leeds. And then we come on to the second level, which is out here. So there's going to be a mixture of stuff happening up here. One of the stages is going to be through here, I believe. So this is obviously part of the museum. And then through here is where we've got one of our additional rooms. I believe that to be the cinema stage. So the cinema stage is where a number of local authorities will be showcasing and highlighting some of their future projects. We have the tournament gallery here is where a few of the evening receptions are going to take place. So evening reception, there'll be 4 o'clock. There's a number of local authorities or developers, investors, sometimes sort of growth boards running their own sort of evening receptions here. So I would say to have a look at the website and to come to the ones at the Royal Armouries. Head into town over there, which is where a number of the other fringes will go. And we can even do another call out to UKREiiF, whose office is on the corner up there. Yeah, when the sun's out, there is no beating the Royal Armouries for a venue. Okay, so now we're on the next floor. So again, a number of rooms up here. Let's start with, we can't go in the newsroom. There's a class going on, I believe. Let's have a cheeky look. No, there's nothing going on. Sorry, we're recording for LinkedIn. Feel free to say hi. So this is where we've got the screen, we've got the tables out for roundtable discussions, panel discussions. So this is what is the newsroom. We used this last year and it was absolutely packed out. And we'll make our way to the Oriental Gallery. Do you know where the Oriental Gallery is?
I couldn't tell you.
No.
Sorry, I'm just part of the escape room.
I love that there's an escape room here. I didn't know, but right, let's go first. So the Oriental Gallery, it looks to be part of that area. There'll be UKREiiF branding when we get on site properly. Ah, here we go. Easier than I thought. So the Oriental Gallery is in here. So we've got a class in here, so I better be quiet. So this is where a number of fringe events are going to be taking place. In here, so at the back there's an area with a stage. I'll try and get through to it, but I'll be extra quiet because there's activity on at the moment. Okay, so that space there will play host to a number of sort of, again, even starting from as early, I think, as about 9:30, 10 o'clock on Tuesday, which is where the Mayor Andy Burnham will be speaking around Atom Valley, a big sort of opportunity and project happening across Rochdale. Got the hunting gallery here. Again, evening events and other activity takes place here. This space, I believe, is being used here or there. Another sort of private space just to do some private talks or showcases. Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll go one more level to the tower gallery. And I believe we've also got activity up in the top bit. Can't ever dismiss that view. Okay, so we're almost done. I'm waiting for the lift to come and take me to. I've actually jumped a level out. We're going to go to the tower gallery. So the tower gallery is in fairness, it is invite only for 99.9% of the activity that we're doing, but it'll be worth having a cheeky look in there. Just so you know, for those that are running some stuff in there, you know what to expect.
Oh, this is cool. You can see going down. Whoa. Oh yeah, now it's not getting me.
Thank you. Okay, and then this is the area for the tower gallery. So the bit that I said is private. So once you come up, there's going to be effectively someone just checking passes, checking who's on the invite list to come into here. And then within here is where we're going to have private meetings between local authorities, investors and developers, with a beautiful view of the dock. Is the door open to have a little cheeky look in? It is. So it's not fully kitted out at the moment, but we're going to have chairs and tables all the way around, and we're going to host. So, for example, on Tuesday we've got. So London are going to be in this room for 2 hours. Different representations from different London boroughs. I think we've almost got 28, 29 different London boroughs who are coming in. They'll be invited in here. They'll all have a table each. And then we're going to invite selected developers and investors and end users as well to come and meet them, and hopefully drive forward some new conversations. And that's going to be out here. So this space here is being used as part of the same sort of area, with a barrier just kind of coming across the front, as it's invite only. And then over here in the tower gallery, so this is where a number of evening receptions will be taking place as well. So last year we had the Thames Estuary Growth Board who did a big drinks reception down here. This year we've got a number of others who are sort of using the space, using the footfall that we've been able to generate for the event, and getting everyone together on an evening for a few drinks. Happy days. So I think that is the majority of the site covered. Huge, so I probably missed some, but that's half an hour. That's a quick little end with this little view from the tower gallery. A beautiful little showcase. We've got the little yellow water taxi down there, all the way from the Netherlands, that's going to be able to take people to and from the train station. Got the Canary Bar reminder again that that's the Manchester and London area again. There'll be sort of ticketing over here, so to get over into this area you need to have your delegate pass. Yeah, what a beautiful view. So hopefully you're down here, some of you tomorrow, because you'll be setting up. Even for a recce, have a look around, make sure that you've got your bearings as I've just tried to give you. And also, yeah, Tuesday. I'll see you down Tuesday for some actual some content, some discussion, some business development, some new contacts, and hopefully towards the end of the day, a drink or two. Thanks a lot.